r/ask Reddit. What immediately sets off your bullshit radar? Someone always being the victim in every story, and if you question it, it just pisses them off. I know someone like this. Everyone she encounters is insanely unreasonable and unfair to her, at least if you believe her side of things. Oh, I see you've met my mother. Edit. I cannot believe my most upvoted comment was one sentence about my mother being a professional victim. You don't need to count the money. I already did it from customers. Yep, now I'm really gonna count it. I only say this if it's mostly change, cause I feel bad if they count it cause change sucks. Every cash register everywhere should have one of those change counters you can just slip change into and it'll take it off your total, like putting quarters into a vending machine. My phone ringing. 99% of the time it's a scammer. Our records indicate the warranty on your vehicle has or is about to expire. Press 1 to talk to our warranty experts. My son was in the NICU a few weeks ago, so I got tons of calls from insurance and doctors and the hospital. Unfortunately, the caller had never recognized them, so I had to pick up every unrecognized call. Ugh. Most money gurus. So you don't want to buy my $88 course where I teach you how to make $8,888 in just a month with virtually no effort on your part? I only need 101 people to sign up and I'll have aced my own course. The other day I was talking to a topper at work. I told him that I had bought a Fender American Professional Strat and what it cost me. He immediately pulls up a pic on his phone and shows me some custom made guitar and has this whole story about how he got it and it is worth 10 times what I paid for a guitar I really love. Every single time. This guy has some BS story to top whatever you tell him. Sometimes I talk to him just to see what the BS is gonna be this time. I used to work with that dude. Unreal. Hey, I know him too. If he doesn't personally top your story, he's got plenty of cousins and uncles who have. When a potential client says, our budget for this first one is almost nothing, but if this one goes well, we hope to get some funding and can do a bunch more with a real budget. The business to business version of if you do great work as an unpaid intern, we'll talk about hiring you. 1-uppers. It almost always instantly gives away that someone is full of shit. You think that's annoying? I know some 2-uppers. There's 1-uppers, but I know a few people that like to share a similar story as a way of acknowledging your story. It's rarely taken as anything but 1-upping though. People are weird. All my exes are psychos. Some people have a type, and that type is crazy. Your words are not lost on me, you're totally right. Everyone I've known that their type is crazy love bragging about how wild their GF is, which means I don't give a duck about hearing damn what a psycho when things go bad. I'm a nice person. Trust me. I'm a trust fund baby. You can trust me. When someone used my name too often in speech. Hi Leslie. It's great you've come to see me Leslie. Leslie, I'm going to start by telling you exactly what the situation is and then you can tell me a bit about what your expectations are. Is that alright with you Leslie? Runs away. Edit. Yes, I know it's a technique to help people remember your name. The problem is when it makes people feel like you have to do this one weird trick to remember them. Like most things in life, it's all about the execution. If you can't do it well, don't do it at all. Message from that girl who called you fat and ugly in high school. Red heart card suit. Hey girl. Long time no speak anyway. How would you like to make money at home and lose weight? You'll be an excellent member of my team. PM me hun. I only have 3 spaces left for gorgeous babes to join my team's XU, so hurry. Red heart card suit. Red heart card suit. They always ducking type lose weight instead of lose weight. My friend was wondering. Asking for a friend has become tongue-in-cheek at this point, at least among a couple friends I know. Anyone who tells you to do something, but refuses to provide an explanation when asked why it must be done. A study mentioned in the book Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion said that by giving a reason, any reason, will increase your chance of getting your request fulfilled. If you ask to cut the line to use a printer, you will have a higher chance by just saying, can I cut the line because I need to use a printer? Even though the reason doesn't technically add value, it is better than just asking to cut the line without one. Someone talking like they know everything, and that quote was from a YouTube video. Boy, that really pisses off those of us that do know everything. When I get a compliment, I immediately think, what the hell are you trying to pull? Nice work. Thanks. The duck are they setting me up for? When you start working somewhere new and they say we are all like a family here, major red flags for me. From experience, that just means you won't ever get a raise or a promotion. If someone spends a lot of time telling me what kind of person I am, I'm such a chill person. I'm not about the drama. I'm really responsible. You don't need to worry about me. I'm really generous and kind to everyone. If it were true, you wouldn't tell it, you'd show it. Bringing this up out of nowhere is almost always an indication that that person is absolutely not that way, but wants you to think of them that way or likes to think of themselves that way. Yes, if you have to tell me because it wasn't already apparent, it's probably not true. When someone is trying to sell me something and calls me boss. The only time I trust someone calling me boss is at the kebab shop. See also, big man. When someone claiming to be a veteran says their DD-214 is classified. My abusive ex-husband claimed to suddenly be a veteran to pick up girls. He never made it out of boot camp. He lasted a month and a half 8 years prior. He was seen around town frequently wearing his boot camp clothes. Even went as far to get a veteran pin for his work uniform. And was recognized by the grocery store he worked at part-time as a veteran. It's insane the things people do. I wonder if we have the same ex. LOL, my ex lied about being a veteran and all the crazy stuff he went through while being deployed. He got medically discharged before that could happen. He would even start to cry while telling me some stuff because he liked all the attention I would give him. People around the area started catching on to his bullshit and didn't care for it. One day an older friend of mine was talking about how him and some of his buddies were going to jump a dude who was lying about service. I mentioned it to the BF and he broke down and told me about how he lied about everything. Probably because he realized it was him they were talking about. He ended up being an abusive donghead, so now when I believe someone is lying to me I get extremely protective. Funny thing, I ended up getting involved with another person who out of nowhere told me an insane story about when they were in the military. I didn't really believe their story and realized they were someone I shouldn't get invested in. I normally wouldn't date someone your age, but you are so mature. I fell for that way too often in my early 20s. Turns out men in their 30s and 40s who would date someone my age are pretty immature themselves, and often abusive. Hot singles in your area want to bang you. When I can't get it in writing, can't hand me the contract, contract will screw me, can't tell me what the raise will be, there won't be one, can't give me an itemized receipt, you're skimming off the top. People who speak in superlatives. All things cannot be the best or the most or amazing. I grew up with this guy where everything was described using superlatives. He'd tell you about insanely grandiose plans. Meanwhile, he could barely hold down a job. He clearly believed his own press. Edit. Wow, this blew up. Thanks for the awards, people. Also going to add a clarification that there's nothing wrong with using superlatives in general. I'm more talking about the person that seems to have a need to speak that way, as if nothing in their life can be ordinary. So that's where I call bullshit. Also, for the people asking if I grew up with Trump or Boris Johnson, I'm afraid not. I did graduate high school with John 5, the guitarist, and also a girl who was married to Dave Grohl. That's it for my nearness to famous people. Both very nice, not bullshitters. I knew a president like that once. Hi friend I haven't spoken to since high school 20 years ago who has just friended me on social and I can see Jesus lover in your description. Let me guess you have an MLM for me. Anytime someone random reaches out for the first time in forever. When someone claims he have all life figured out. I know my life is a hot mess, but trust me. Job postings that ask for people who thrive in high pressure situations. Literally nobody thrives in those situations. We get through them if we have to, but that's it. Chakra cleansing objects. Detox diets, drinks. All natural herbal remedy equals we are legally exempted from having to prove our pill actually does what it says it does. Aspirin is technically an all-natural herbal remedy. It actually can be proven to work though, so it gets to legally call itself medicine. People who talk and talk and talk, I immediately start doubting everything they say. Edit. It's nothing personal against people who do this. I get not everyone is lying. I just won't trust you at first. I have close friends who do this, but it took a while to trust them. The people that talk the most never listen to anything you say but expect you to hear everything they say. They talk just to talk. They don't ever seem to have correct information either, aka my manager. Referring to oneself as an influencer. When someone starts talking about their extensive knowledge about something and purposely mispronounces words because that's the proper way of saying it. My real passion is my paper mache hats. I'm not racist, but any sentence that starts with I'm not X, but is probably gonna end with something that would definitely indicate that person is indeed X. Trust me, when we're playing Among Us, as if that's gonna make me say, oh, gotcha, you can't possibly be the imposter then. When 10-year-olds say that they have black belts in karate, being a 12-year-old, I know that what they are saying is false. To be fair, I've been to a lot of tournaments and seen little kids with black belts. Now this doesn't mean they actually have the skills of a black belt, but a lot of martial arts schools will pretty much guarantee that your kid will have a black belt in a year or so no matter what. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.